to keep up with the times, so are workers who may be left in the dust if they're afraid of technology. We're going to get some help for you and me, frankly, from the CEO of the company, Career Confidential, Peggy McKee. So am I fooling myself to think that I'm so valuable to Fox 4 that I don't need to keep up with technology?
Probably. Technology is changing so fast. I mean, maybe 10 or 15 years ago, you could stay that for 6 months or so and get away with it. But now technology is changing on a monthly basis. And so as an employee, you are part of the company. If you increase your skill sets, then the company's skill sets are improved.
One of the reasons we asked you here was because of a fascinating article in the Dallas Morning News about AT&T's CEO, Randall Stephenson, who says, folks, if you're not spending 5 to 10 hours a week, frequently of your own time, improving your skill set, that might be taking community college classes, it might be doing online courses, you are destined for being obsolete.
Absolutely. Well, AT&T is a technology company, right? And so his people have to be cutting edge as far as technology goes. And he's right, they do need to improve their skill sets, and he's offering to pay for those skill sets, which is free for them and allows them to improve their value. They can stay at AT&T, or they may be more valuable and be able to go to another company because of that.
Nowadays, the market is really good. You were here a while back when the job market was lousy around here.
Yes, that's right.
Now, I mean, we talk with restaurant owners who say they're paying dishwashers $15 an hour.
It's a much better market for an employee, much better market for an employee. But you have to be able to show your value. You have to be able to show how you're more valuable than candidate B, C, and D that are coming in the door after you. And a lot of ways to do that is to increase your skill sets. And I know AT&T is offering to pay for those classes, but you can also improve your skill sets by watching YouTube videos, taking online short seminars. At Career Confidential, we teach how to use LinkedIn, how to use PowerPoint, how to present your value in those interviews.
Let's talk about maybe some people who are not in the technology industry, but they ought to have some basic skills in some areas that you gave us a list of. You got to know email.
Yes.
You got to do basically Microsoft Office or its equivalent, Word documents.
Some familiarity with PowerPoint, Word, and Excel, right?
Right.
But with today's online business, and everything is online, you need to be comfortable with smartphones, know a little bit about apps. LinkedIn is a social network for the white-collar worker that cannot be ignored. Facebook, you guys use Facebook in your business, and businesses are using it. So all of those technology pieces you need to be paying attention to.
Do companies always, sometimes, never? AT&T does. Because,
they're paying.
Yeah.
But they're requiring you get skill sets in things that they find valuable, right?
Right. French literature doesn't count.
No. And cuisine, no.
Right.
They're not teaching you that.
Right. They know, and they've clearly outlined to their employees, these are the skill sets you want. And in your job review, this is what I want you to learn over the next year.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Are all companies doing that?
No, not all
And
are.
what if they're not?
If they're not, you need to put together your own plan. What will you improve? Maybe go to your supervisor and ask them what skill sets they think would make you more valuable as you move forward in the organization, and then hone in on those skill sets.
And you also have to sell it. Now, I remember Barbara Bush this last week, right before her son dropped out of the race for the White House. She said, we Bushes don't brag about ourselves. Difference between bragging and marketing yourself within the company.
Absolutely. Well, in the United States, particularly in the South, we're concerned about bragging too much. But in this job market, you are competing against others. So if you don't communicate your value, you will be left behind. So if you listen too much to your mama and you don't brag, you may not have the best job that you could have. You need to be able to communicate your value, and not just what you think is valuable, but what your employer is going to find valuable about you, Tim.
Okay, lots of resources. I was looking at your website, and tons of resources available on there. So we have a link for you to Career Confidential on fox4news.com, including some great job hunting tips and skills. Thanks very much.